And welcome everyone back to the Shed. Rusty Witcher with you here on the Swather Sports Network. Soon to be joined by Eli Roth. Swathers and set to battle Garden Plain tonight. This should be a good one here from the Shed. The starting lineup for Garden Plain: number 1, a 6'1 junior in Max McGregor. Number 3, a 5'10 junior Cooper Shearer. Number 10, a 5'11 junior Seth Dugan. Number 24, a 6'5 senior Gabe Campling. And number 32, a 6'3 junior in Caden Castleman. The Owls are coached by Mark Powell, assisted by John Peck and Lorenzo Barles. The starting lineup for the Swathers, a little different look for the Swathers tonight. Number 1, a 6'1 senior in Jackson Fry. Number 4, a 5'10 junior Asher Dutchendorf. Number 5, a 6'2 senior in Adrian Hernandez. Number 14, a 6'6 junior in Reed Friesen. And number 22, a 5'8 sophomore, Daniel Umbreras. Swathers are coached by Garrett Roth, assisted by Gavin Schumann and Lance Carter. So that's where we're at. Swathers are wearing their road black tonight. Garden Plain gets to come to town and wear their whites. Now, Garden Plain, now we said that in the girls' game, they'll flip-flop tomorrow. They'll go over to Hesston College and play Nickerson. And Rose Hill, who's playing Nickerson tonight, will slide over here and play in the Shed. So Garden Plain gets to go travel and play over Yost Center. Rose Hill, who's in Yost Center, comes tomorrow night. Tip-off in the girls' game about 6 o'clock. Guys' game to follow roughly about 7:30. This game a little late tip-off. We had a lot of free throws shot in that girls' game. We are getting set for action tonight. What should be a good one here, as my main man, Eli Roth, has made his way up here to the broadcast table with me. Eli, how we doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
All right.
As best as I can.
Ready to rock and roll tonight? The battle from the Shed. Swathers and Owls, kind of things you might find in the Shed. That's my theme tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you're with me on the same page. We're off and running then. So Swathers with a little different look, like we said, and we are ready to rock and roll here from the Shed. We said Daniel Umbreras getting his first start tonight for the Swathers at home.
Yeah, the Swathers so far this year have started 3 different lineups.
Okay, they have. I didn't know what we did on Tuesday night. I appreciate that. Good job.
Ty Unruh did start on Tuesday night.
Okay. All right. It's a lot of pieces. That's good pieces to have. You can plug someone in the starting lineup and not worry about any dropping off. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have as a coach.
And this week in practice, coach has been preaching, don't give the ball to the other team. All 3 levels have been struggling, turning the ball over.
I like it.
So
I like it a lot. Campling to jump center. He'll jump against Reed Friesen. Couple of big hosses down low to go, and we're off in the running. And the ball taken by the Swathers. Asher Dutchendorf plays it out Jackson Fry. Jackson will set this offense up against Garden Plain. Reed Friesen high post, back to Jackson Fry. Jackson trying to cut his way in. That ball deflects off of Campling, out of bounds. Eli, you were here. Kendall Brugan had a monster game. She had 31 points.
Jeez, is that a record?
Not a record. No, the school single game record is actually 39, but she's just 8 away from it. Had 16 of the 18 in the first quarter. Reed Friesen goes to work down low. Turnaround jumper doesn't drop. Rebound falls in the hands of Gabe Campling.
Did the girls win?
Girls did win.
They played good so far this year.
They have. They played really well. 58-25 was the final score. Reed Friesen with the steal. Reed Friesen racing all the way in. Nifty little move. Reed cannot cash in. And the rebound hauled in by Campling, his second rebound of the contest. Cooper Shear plays it over on top McGregor. McGregor cut off by Jackson Fry. On top Campling. They play it down low, and Jackson Fry comes away with a steal. That ball deflects out of bounds.
Reed Friesen just lost it going up there. Tried to do a spin move, layup on the opposite side. And just
we just talked about
not
giving the ball away, and the Swathers have given the ball away. So we've played almost a minute, no score here from the Shed, the hallowed hardwoods of the Shed. As Dugan plays it across on the far side. The give and go ran perfectly. Nice execution as Caden Castleman cashes in.
And Garden Plain is looking for the ball screen and roll on or a slip screen.
And that was perfect. They executed
right to the back door.
Yeah. Daniel Barreras plays it out. Reed will dial up from deep. Knocks down a three. Reed frees and knocks a three down. And if your 6'6" post guy can do that, that's hard to guard all game long.
Him and Adrian, the two tallest guys on the floor, are the best shooters. So it's a good thing for the Swathers.
Campling, or rather, Campling going to work. That's going to be a fun battle watching Campling and Friesen tonight as Castleman lost it, gets it back. Dugan has it stripped on the floor, taken away by Reed Friesen. 3-on-2, Swather break. Reed Friesen, the Euro step, can't cash in, but draws a foul. He will shoot a pair.
I'd assume Reed Friesen and Castleman will go. If one goes out, the other one will go out just to get a breather, just because of the size.
I think you're right. Reed at the free throw stripe to shoot. So the first free throw for the junior center, off the mark. Second free throw, forward center, close enough, right? Second free throw on the way. He eyes it, lets it fly, and that's good. Reed with all four Swather points. Swathers lead by a bucket. Carter Gonzalez checks in the lineup for the Swathers. Ash will take a quick seat.
He probably won't be out very long.
Dugan guarded by Gonzalez to the elbow. Back on top, McGregor has it nearly taken away by Adrian. Loose on the floor, bodies about everywhere. And a hustle play by the Swathers. We talked about in that first home game, those 50-50 balls, trying to turn them into 90-10 balls. That's exactly what the Swathers tried to do right there.
Yeah, as you see, two Swather defenders were on the ground, and I'm sure all five of them would have been if they had to be. On Tuesday at Nickerson, Daniel and Burris jumped 3 rows into the seats to get a ball out of bounds.
That's just hustle.
That's just hustle.
You love hustle like that. As a coach, you love hustle like that. And hustle plays are contagious. You see someone doing that, you want to go do that too, right?
Yeah.
Shear with it, hounded by Daniel and Barreras. On top, Campling.
Coach Ross says Daniel and Barreras is his hardest working player. He never gives up when he's on the floor.
Foul whistled on Daniel from the backside. Picks up his first personal foul. Entry pass was down low to Castleman. Castleman 6'3", Campling 6'5", so Garden Plain can bring a little height. 4-2 our score, 5:27 to go. Campling out in front, guarded by Friesen.
They're about the same height as Hesston.
Swings it over to Shear. Shear backs away. Campling thought about a three, finds McGregor. McGregor guarded by Jackson Fry. Entry pass down low. And there's a foul on the Swathers. Carter just about a half step too late.
They called it on Adrian.
Oh, did they call it? They called it. Thank you. I thought it was on Carter. That's what I get for anticipating the foul. Adrian picks up his first personal foul.
I think he was on the push, not the fall on the backside.
Good catch. Campbell goes to work with the left hand, in and out. And there's an offensive foul. And Campbell picks up his first personal foul. Adrian draws the charge.
Daniel drew the charge.
I thought it was Adrian.
That's Daniel's, I think, third or fourth charge this year.
You're doing the right things.
Just constantly making hustle plays.
Jackson will bring the ball to the floor, and the random Fry kid here on the near side, Carter Gonzalez. On top, Adrian plays it back to Carter. Played out to Reed here on the near side. Reed's already canned a three on top Jackson. Jackson goes to work, goes through, steps through, muscle shot up, doesn't drop. Daniel Abresh, his offensive rebound, batted out of there. His attempt, blocked shot. Ball staying with the Swathers.
I was just about to say, about halfway through the first quarter, Coach Roth has only played 6 players. But Blake Hansen just checked in.
Quickly checks in.
Ty Under's still yet to play. He'll probably come in here in the next few minutes, though.
Jackson to bring it in from the baseline. Keys it to Reed. Reed double team quickly. Turnaround jumper by Reed, up and good. Reed Friesen now. He has 6 of the Swathers, all 6 points. He's got all 6 points.
They kind of doubled him, and then as soon as he caught it, they kind of backed off, and he had an easy shot on the baseline.
Reed's kind of doing his best Kendall Bruggen imitation. Kendall had had 16 of the Swathers' 18 points in the quarter. Reed has all 6 right now. That shot was batted, but Castleman with the save. However, he stepped on the end line of the ball, and like on cue, ties in the game.
Ties in the game.
It's like you know this game, my dude. So Ty Unruh, he'll bring the ball up the floor. Getting the offense from Coach Carter as Coach Roth teaching on the sideline. Asher straight away. Ty, far side wing for us, near side to you guys on the camera. Asher here on the near side, in the corner. Reed straight away. Reed going to work, kicks to Asher. Asher dials up from deep, his 3, hits the side of the rim. The rebound falls in the hands of Campling, his 3rd carom tonight already.
Asher kind of got pushed to the far corner.
That's a tough angle.
It was a tough angle.
That shot missing down low. Rebound taken out by Carter Gonzalez. Ty the other way. On top, Carter. Asher thought too much about that 3. Blake plays to Asher. Reed will dial up from deep. Reed's 3 and good. Reed Friesen has 9 points. All 9 points. Swathers lead 9-2. Reed Friesen coming alive and showing that he's got range. And that was a deep 3.
That's 2 times he's been on the perimeter and they just haven't got a hand up, and he just shot it over and put it in.
Yeah. Knocking that 3 down, and 9 points tonight. Swathers lead 9-2. And that just, what that does as a big man in high school basketball, you've got to guard all the way out. And that's a tough matchup. Got to guard all the way out.
For big men, sometimes they don't want to come out of the lane to guard people, and when you force them to come all the way to the perimeter to guard someone,
it opens some defense.
It opens it up.
It does, absolutely does. 3:27 to go in our opening frame. Swathers 9, Owls 2. It's all been Reed Friesen. Reed Friesen has all 9 points for HHS. Garden Plain looks like they've made a substitution. Let's see who that was coming in right there. That is number 5, Ty Shear. Into the game for the Owls.
I would assume he's the younger brother of Cooper Shear.
Actually, he's a senior.
Or older brother, I mean.
The 3 by Shear. Ty Shear's 3 doesn't drop. Rebound pulled down by Asher Dutchendorf. Reed Friesen far side. Back to Asher. Blake here on the near side. Blake steps through, stops and pops the basket in and out. And rebound hauled in by Seth Dugan. Stripped away by Blake Hansen. Reed goes to work down low. Throws it. Asher tips it, saves it in the far corner. Back on top. Swathers reset. Ty straight away. Resetting. As Ty works far side. Blake plays out to Asher, or rather to Reed. Reed spins, kicks out Carter. He'll dial up from deep. Carter's 3 splashing down. Carter Gonzalez.
Cooper Shear brings it up the floor. Passes to older brother Ty on the wing.
Shear goes to work down low.
Great back cut.
Oh, that's a great, you're absolutely right. As Castleman slices in for his second field goal of the contest, he has all 4 Garden Plain points. Entry pass down low, and Castleman does a great job wrapping around, deflecting the ball out of bounds. It stays with the Swathers. Jackson, Daniel, and Adrian all checking back in the lineup for the Swathers. Switched our camera real quick. It was pixelating just a little bit. Ty thought about a 3. Driving down, wraps it down low to Adrian. Stripped from behind by Castleman. Garden Plain on the run out the other way. Cannot cash in. As Dugan comes away, Jackson Fry the other way, goes behind his back. Left for Asher. Asher plays it out. Adrian from the baseline goes to work. Wraps it back out to Asher in the far corner. Swathers reset. Jackson here on the near side. Jackson, first step, has it batted away, gets it back, double team coming. Jackson works his way out of the traffic. Adrian, short corner, Asher goes to work. Ball fake up the basket, will not count as they wave it off. Asher guilty of the charge.
Great job by McGregor. He was set for days down there. As soon as Asher drove, I knew they'd call charge.
Asher picks up his first personal foul, third team foul on the Swathers with 1:23 to go.
And just as I said, Campling comes out of the game, Reed Friesen's out of the game. Just a little big for big.
Big for big, absolutely. Dugan the other way. On top to Castleman. He'll back away, 1:10 to go. Shear working, tied up by Adrian Hernandez. The possession arrow will give the ball to Swathers. And here's your big to big, both Campling and Reed Friesen back in the game. Blake Hansen also checking in the lineup for the Swathers. 1:02 to go here in our quarter. Reed Jackson playing catch. Down low, Adrian. His defender fell down. Reed catching, shooting his three off the mark.
Barely. Just rolled around the rim.
Good look.
It was a very good look.
Great look. That one nearly stripped away. In the corner, there's active hands by Daniel Lumbreras. Carter checking the lineup.
Another hustle play by Daniel Lumbreras.
You know, Eli, we've talked about it, how hustle plays and good defense lead to easy offense.
Daniel Lumbreras almost got a steal there. Easy layup on the other end.
Shear plays it down low. Campbell goes to work against Reed Friesen. Left it short. Reed cleans the glass with the rebound. And hands off Jackson Fry.
That was a great way to defend the post.
Did it without fouling.
Yes.
It's such
great
a key.
job. Swathers supporting their black uniforms tonight, as they're technically the away team
but they're
in this
home
matchup, but they're on the home court, so that's all that matters.
Reed from straightaway. He'll try another three. That one's short. Rebound. Daniel Breras gets it back to Reed with 3 with 2. Jackson's three a little long. And we've played a quarter here. Swathers lead 12-4. We'll be back right after this here on the Swather Sports Network. Welcome back to the shed. Rusty Witcher alongside Eli Roth, 12-4. We're heading to our second quarter.
Reed Friesen with 9 of the Swathers' 12 points.
Yeah,
just absolutely dominated that first quarter.
And had good looks, too. Knocked down a couple threes. Missed a couple there at the end, but they're good looks. What do you do?
Wide open three-pointers.
You got to be happy with that as a coach.
The Swathers are finding easy looks on offense. It's a great sign.
Dugan will handle the point, guarded by Carter Gonzalez. As Dugan works it on the far side. Give it back up. Campling swings it over. That's Shear. He'll kick it out. McGregor fires a three. That crawls off. Rebound. Carter Gonzalez.
Carter's playing a solid game so far. Hit a three, getting rebounds, playing good
Adrian here
defense.
On the near side. Adrian goes to work. Adrian, match up, little fadeaway jumper, crawls up, over, and through. Adrian Hernandez, Eli, his mid-range game is a lost art. He has worked on that.
It's amazing. He made, I think he had 20 points at Nickerson on Tuesday.
Okay.
And he had like 4 or 5 mid-range jumpers.
Yeah.
Just pure swish every time.
He nearly forces the steal right there. McGregor looking to turn the corner. McGregor keys it back up. Campling, he'll try a three. Campling three crawls out. Long rebound, Reed Friesen pulls it down. Reed Friesen trying to lead the break, and wisely slows it down. Swathers didn't have numbers. Go down low to Carter Gonzalez. It's tipped away. Active hands by Castleman. Castleman read the pass.
Jackson Fry needed more mustard on that pass. A little bit more heat.
He did. I think you're absolutely right. There's a offensive
Another
foul.
one.
And
Wow.
I think what happened there on that call is Castleman's shoulder went down, and that's been a point of emphasis. As soon as that shoulder goes down, defender was in position.
As long as the defender falls over. Easy offensive foul call every time.
Castleman picks up his first personal foul, the first team foul of this quarter. And I do kind of like the team fouls resetting. What do you think?
I don't mind it. I mean, I think it gives more leeway, I guess, for fouling and not as many free throws.
Adrian plays it back out. Asher here on the near side. Daniel Lumberis, short corner. Carter goes to work, kicks out Reed straight away. Swathers looking for the seam. Garden Plain defending hard. Adrian mid-range jumper rattling home. Adrian Hernandez with 4 points now. 16-foot jumper.
Going back to the fouls, like you would get to 7 so quickly, and you'd be shooting free throws like the entire second quarter.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing that they reset it like that.
Swather defenders hounding Shear on top to Dugan. Dugan trying to drive, cut off by Carter Gonzalez. There's an offensive foul, and Dugan lowered his shoulder and bowled over Carter.
That one was obvious. He couldn't get any room, so he just lowered the shoulder to get more room.
Ty Unruh checking back in the lineup for the Swathers. 16-4 the score. Swathers in front by a dozen. Asher, he'll bring the ball up the floor this time. Calling out the offense. Asher trying to drive, plays it back out Adrian. Adrian, a little stutter step, elevates from 15. Jumper doesn't drop, and the rebound falls in the hands of the Owls.
Still a good look, though.
Absolutely great look. That one batted away. Swathers active hands in the pass lane, come up with a turnover. Ty Unruh playing out in front.
That's another thing that Coach Roth preaches. Play defense with your hands up. Always get tips because those lead to fast breaks.
They do. Bodies everywhere. The active talons of the Owls coming up with a steal. 16-4 our score. Play it out. McGregor trying to work against Reed Friesen, nearly tossed it away, but a save by Ty Shear. Cooper Shear, low block, plays it back out. The jumper by Castleman doesn't drop. Reed Friesen comes up with a loose ball. Ty Unruh plays out Reed Friesen, far corner Carter. Asher, Ty playing catch, working the ball around the perimeter, 4:19 to play. Swathers very patient, very deliberate, looking for the seam they want. Carter here on the near side.
Swathers just swinging the basketball around, looking for an open look.
And forcing the Owls to defend. Reed traveled.
Didn't set his feet.
Jackson Fry checking in. Blake Hansen back in the lineup for the Swathers. Eck in the game for the Owls. Campbell checking back in the lineup. So Eck will toss it in. Cooper Shear, Ty Shear, McGregor, and Campbell. Eck racing all the way in, left-handed layup up and good. Eli Eck slices his way to 2. And a timeout by Coach Roth. Not thrilled with the defense, I don't think. I don't think I want to be in that timeout huddle right now.
You could see the aggravation on his face.
Aggravation is a really good word.
As he called that timeout. Eck immediately inbounded the ball and just sprinted right down the floor. Easy lane for a layup. Someone's got to step over and get in front.
Yeah, and give Eli Eck the credit. That's a 5'8" sophomore coming right in, scoring 2 quick points off this right away. So you like that for Garden Plain. Swathers lead by 10, 16-6.
I've played X since I was in 7th grade. He's a really good basketball player, and he plays hard all the time. Like, he's like a Daniel Umbreras. He just goes hard all the time and doesn't stop.
Yeah. (16-6) will be Swather basketball coming out of the timeout. And Jackson will play the role of point guard. Asher on the far side wing. Adrian back across. Jackson straight away. Jackson down low, plays to Blake. Blake's 12-foot jumper doesn't drop, and the rebound, Eli Eck.
It was a great job of running the offense out of the timeout.
Eck the other way. He wanted to pull the trigger from 3.
As soon as Hesston got out here, I knew exactly what they were running.
The 3 by McGregor, that will not drop. Rebound fought for, loose. Last touch by the Swathers. Stays with the Owls. Daniel Umbreras checking back in the lineup. 3:14 to play in our second quarter. Kind of a low-scoring quarter so far. A lot of defense, not a lot of action offensively.
Well, Garden Plain wants to play low-scoring games. Both teams play really good defense.
That scoop shot up and good. I'm not sure how Campley got that to fall, but he did. And the lead has been trimmed to 8. So others have doubled the Owls here. Reed Friesen finding Jackson Fry. Blake Hansen, low block, steps through 2 defenders, kicks out. Adrian, a little ball fake. He'll elevate from the baseline off the window. A little strong. Love the touch shot. Try. Just doesn't drop. That's a lost art of the bank shot from that angle. There's a near steal by Adrian. Balls everywhere, and the last touch by the Swathers.
Yeah, these days you don't see many people using the backboard.
Such a lost art. You hit that. That's
besides a layup. Really, no other shot uses the backboard.
But those 15-footers off the window from the wing, unblockable.
Oh, yeah.
There's a foul on Jackson Fry.
That was timeout.
Oh, was it timeout? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a foul. I thought that they pointed at Jackson, so it was timeout. Thank you. Good catch. Timeout taken by Garden Plain to save possession. Carter checking back in for the Swathers. Max McGregor checking back in for the Owls. You know, this is a great format, this little preseason classic. You got basketball going on all the time. It's fun. You get a bunch of games in a week. I love it.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. You get essentially 3 games in a week because every team plays on Tuesday.
Yep.
And then the teams playing in this play Thursday and Friday,
yeah.
So.
You're almost by mid-season form at the end of the week.
Oh, yeah.
You got 4 games under your belt here. And we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. It's hard to believe it's December.
Besides tomorrow, when's the Swathers' next home game? Do you know?
I think next Tuesday? We'll double check.
We'll double check. I think it's like Cheney on the 1st. I think it's a while.
We'll double check that. There's a dry baseline, a foul whistled. We'll figure it out at halftime to make sure everyone knows. 2:24 to go. A defensive battle, Garden Plain and the Swathers.
Swathers haven't scored for a while either.
Castleman goes to work down low, misses twice, rebound then torn away by Carter Gonzalez. Near side, Reed Friesen. Back on top, Adrian here in the near side. They play it to Asher in the corner. Works it back out. Reed passes up the jumper, finding Danny in the corner. Back on top, Carter. Carter's knocked a 3 down.
The different thing about the Swathers last year and the Swathers this year, Swathers last year looked to shoot the 3-point shot, and the Swathers this year just want to get to the rack.
Yeah.
Every time.
Adrian will try the 3. His 3 off the mark, and the rebound falls in the hands of Seth Dugan.
Not a very good shot there by Adrian.
Maybe rushed that one.
Rushed it. He was guarded. Could have been better shot selection. I bet you that's what Coach Ross can talk to him about right here.
The ball was kicked out of bounds off of the Swathers. Minute 36 to go. Both teams have only scored 4 points in this quarter. That ball deflecting, reeled in by Eck at the half-court stripe. Eck guarded by Asher. Eck kicks it in the corner. Near side wing, rather, back on top. Dugan working. Dugan trying to drive, nearly had it stripped away. Ty Shear stepped through. The running one-hander doesn't drop, and there's a foul away from the bucket.
I think Asher got hit in the face, maybe, with an elbow.
And the foul charge to Reed Friesen.
Wow.
Reed picked up his first personal foul.
Might have been a push.
Team fouls even at 2 apiece with 1:12 to go. As Dugan plays it to Ty Shear. Shear wraps back around on top Campley. Campley trying to drive. Down low, little hook shot, maybe hook up and good by Campley.
It's great defense by Asher. Nothing he can do.
Yeah, good look by Campley.
Just a better shot.
Swather's in need of a bucket. There's been 4 unanswered here by Garden Plain. Reed goes to work. Double team comes over, slides over. Foul whistled away on the double team. Foul charge at Caden Castleman. Castleman picks up his second personal foul. Peter checks back in the lineup. Asher will take a quick seat. Jackson to bring it in. Finds Blake underneath. Two defenders collapse on him right away. Jackson muscles shot up, swatted out of there by Campling. Jackson guilty of the foul that time. The team fouls quickly even at 3 apiece.
I think Blake had a wide open layup there and just mishandled the pass. Wasn't able to get it up in time.
Jackson picks up his second personal. 34.8 seconds to go. Cooper Shear trying to drive. Back out on top, Dugan. Dugan working against Carter. Seth Dugan, the junior, kicks it out in the far corner. McGregor driving, kicks out Campling, the senior. He'll fire a 3. His 3 doesn't drop. Rebound pulled down by Danny. With 5, with 4, Danny checks the clock. Danny to Adrian. Adrian dials up from deep to beat the clock. Does not. We will go to the half.
That was a good look.
It was a good look.
Right before half.
The Swathers lead the L 16-10. We'll be back right here with our second half on the Swather Sports Network. just absolutely terrified. Comes in and then it's, okay, you need water. Puts his, because he drinks with his eyes just like the others. Whole head in there comes up. Whole head in there comes up. And starts to lean on me. I'm so glad I'm doing it. Yeah. I learned that a long time ago. I'm going to have one of those dogs. You need a sport dog. Other than that, he had a great first hunt. The first one, he ran up until he hurt, but I think that was so much of a scare for him. It's been different. Even in the kennel, he stayed behind a couple nights because he needed to play with this guy's hurt. He was checking in and coming up and really happy to see me. You could do that. So he got hurt up inside the building. And I don't know if it was a sprain or something happened. We took him out, hunted him, and we aggravated him. He got stabbed. But he's looking better, so we're going to hunt him tomorrow. We're going to hunt Sox and see him on field and Sky gets some field fight and some of the so we'll do that real quick in the morning. Hopefully we'll see if Sky and Sox will stay close. No, yeah, you said, he was out there because, like I said, Zeke for a while.
Second half starters for Garden Plain will be Anderson Baker, Cooper Shear, Seth Boone, Gabe Campley, and Katie Castleman. For Hesston,
And welcome back here to the shed as we're heading towards the start of our second half. Not a lot of scoring here. Garden Plain, Gabe Camplin and Caden Castleman each with 4, 2 for Eli Eck. That's the 10 points for Garden Plain. On the other side of things, Reed Friesen, he leads all scorers with 9, 4 for Adrian Hernandez and 3 for Carter Gonzalez. So we have not seen a whole lot of scoring tonight. But like you said, Eli, that's what Garden Plain wants to do. They want to slow it down.
Both teams want to play fundamentally sound defense and keep the other team to as little as they can. It's just going to be defensive battle. It's just how it is.
And that is where we're at. We're heading to the start of our third quarter. As it'll be Swather basketball out of the timeout. And Reed Friesen toss it in for Hesston. Off we go. Jackson Fry looking to drive, goes backdoor for Reed Friesen, tried to run a lob out of the timeout. Reed catching low block, reverse layup, can't find the range, and the rebound hauled in by the Owls. Cooper Shear plays it near side Dugan. Dugan gives it to Campling. His jumper up and good. Gabe Campling has 6, and it's only a 4-point Swather lead. Jackson Fry, far side Adrian Hernandez. Asher plays on top, Daniel Lumbreras. Jackson on the near side wing. Down low to Reed. Reed catching, shooting, scoring. That time the Swathers go inside and cash in from close.
That's the Swathers' first bucket in over 6-7 minutes,
I think
something
you're
like
right.
that.
Yeah, it was a long drought by the Swathers.
They scored right at the start of the second quarter and hadn't scored since now. So
McGregor here near side Dugan. Dugan, his shot was partially blocked by Jackson Fry. Gets it back. The 3 crawls off by Shear. Rebound Swathers. Adrian Hernandez pulls it down. Reed freezing on the far side. Adrian and Reed playing catch. Jackson looking to drive. Jackson cut off. Spins down low. Gets it back. Jackson has it stripped away. Goes to work. Muscles a shot up and in. Jackson Fry was not going to be denied. He had his first bucket of the evening.
I think if Cooper Shear would have just fell down, it would have been an offensive foul. Because Jackson Fry was lowering his shoulder right into him every time. He got lucky it didn't get called.
There's a near steal by the Swathers defenders. There is the steal. A head net picked off the other way. Bodies everywhere. Daniel Lumbreras flying forward. And we're going to have a foul on Cooper Shear. Shear picks up his second personal foul.
He slid into home plate and grabbed the basketball all in one sequence.
He absolutely did. So Shear picks up number 2. Ty Shear checks back in the lineup. Asher plays it in on top. Daniel. In the corner, Reed, 3-pointer. Too strong, rebound, Daniel. And they're going to catch McGregor for reaching in. That's a couple of quick fouls on the Owls.
Both having to deal with Daniel Lumbreras just working harder.
McGregor whistled for his first. Jackson gives it to Lumbreras. A great screen set by Reed, but Daniel couldn't cash in.
I think he was head on the arm maybe a little bit. Might have been fouled.
And the Owls with the defensive clear out. Campling going to work up and under. Gabe Campling now at 8 points. Swathers lead by 6.
Beautiful move right there.
There's a steal read perfectly by Seth Dugan. Dugan scores, and Coach Ruff not happy. Quick spurt by the Owls, and it's a 4-point game once again. 20-16 with 5:33 to go.
That last play was just a very lazy pass by Jackson Fry, and Dugan just read it and took it the other way.
Easy 2 for Dugan. Swathers back in action tomorrow, and like you said, Eli, we looked it up. Eli was right. The next home game for the Swathers outside tomorrow night, the new year, 2024. Cheney comes to town, January 2nd.
The defending 3A state football champions.
Yes.
I heard they lost to Pratt the other night in a close battle.
I didn't see a score, so
I think it was like less than 3, I think.
okay.
I think Pratt's gonna be solid this year.
It'll be a fun CKL league again.
Just like it was last year.
Yeah.
The CKL always seems to be good though. There always seems to be about 4 or 5 really solid teams that all just beat up on each other during the year.
There absolutely are, but you can't take a night off, that's for sure. Because if you take a night off, someone else is going to get you. So 5:33 to go. Swathers come out of the timeout after the timeout called by Coach Roth, leading by 4. Reed works it back to Jackson Fry. Jackson plays low block. Adrian goes to work, ball fake, steps through, and just tipped away by Castleman. Will stay with the black-clad Swathers. Jackson looking to bring it in and finds Reed. Reed catching, going to work, goes up, and a foul whistled, and Reed will shoot 2. Here's the other thing about this game tonight, Eli. This is only the second trip to the free throw line by the Swathers, and Garden Plain has yet to shoot a free throw. Foul whistled on Dugan. He picks up his second personal foul.
They've been right at the foul number every time. They just haven't exceeded it, I don't think, yet.
Free throw by Reed, crawls off. Reed now just 1 of 3.
I love how silent a gym gets when someone just shoots a free throw. It's just dead silent. Now when you're on the free throw line, you kind of feel the pressure. But.
Right, second free throw coming up for Reed. The junior's free throw, good. Reed 2 of 4, 12 points for Reed. And the Swathers lead by 5 with 5:16 to go. Ty Shear will bring the ball to the floor. Swathers showing a little different look, a 1-3-1, three-quarter court trap, it looks like.
With the 6'6" guy at the point.
Top of it. You got to throw that over the 6'6" guy. That's tough.
That's brutal. Jeez.
That is absolutely brutal. Campling, looking to step through, goes down low. Castleman seals off. Carter Gonzalez and cashes in. Castleman with 6. 3-point lead for the Swathers.
Great job by the Owls, just chipping away slowly at the lead in the second half.
Down low to Reed Friesen, goes up and scores off the glass. Reed Friesen, 14 now for Reed.
Another good post move in this game. There's been a lot of just good post moves down in.
Kind of some old school basketball. That one tossed out of bounds. Cooper Shear checks back in the lineup for the Owls. Campling catching. Little maybe hookup and good by Campling. This is kind of fun to watch old school basketball. A couple of big posts going at it.
A couple of post players stealing every time down the floor and just getting bucket after bucket.
Adrian just would not be denied. Slashes his way for 2. He now has 6, and the Swathers back in front by 5, 25-20. Just 4 and change to go here in the third.
Is Garden playing 3A?
I think so. I do believe they are in basketball. Castleman.
Maybe a little bit of push play.
The other way. There's a nice little floater. It's up. It's good by Seth Dugan. And Garden Plain will shoot their first free throw of the contest.
Coach Roth is not happy on the sideline.
Foul by Blake Hansen. Ty Undercheck in the lineup. So Seth Dugan at the free throw line. He has 4 points tonight, a chance to get to 5. And that free throw good. Dugan has 5 points all this quarter. Swathers by a bucket, 25-23. Reed Friesen plays with Jackson Fry. Jackson trying to drive, dumps to Reed. Reed off the glass, up and good.
Great pick and roll action
really
there by the
was.
Swathers. Perfectly executed.
Reed Friesen now, 16 points for the big man. Leading all scorers. Campling the other way. Campling looking to dump it down to Castleman. Nobody there. Shear tries a 3. Garden Plain missing. Rebound pulled down Jackson Fry. Jackson racing.
Nope. Charge.
And Jackson Fry out of control. Picks up the foul. His third personal foul.
We've seen in this game, both teams are looking to get the offensive foul.
You're absolutely
They're
right.
trying to take charges on the other end.
Garden Plain has yet to hit a 3 in this contest, Eli.
Swathers only hit 2, right?
They've hit 3.
3?
3. All in the first
Carter,
half.
yeah.
Carter caught one.
All in the first quarter.
All in the first quarter, you're absolutely right, yeah. There's just a couple buckets in that second quarter. Dugan plays it back to Campling. Garden Plain on the attack. McGregor spins his way into a travel.
Just lost his footing.
Swathers now have the basketball. Carter and Asher back in the game.
I always hate when that happens. Really good drive to the basket, and then you just lose your foot and then you get called for a travel.
I was hating trying to dribble with my left hand, but that's just me. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's one of the things you got to do. You got to be able to dribble with both
That's
hands.
true. That's very true. Ty Under bringing the ball up the floor. Asher here on the near side. Carter, Blake on the far side. Back to Asher. Carter eyed the 3 ball. Al's trying to double team Reed Friesen down low. There's a foul away from the bucket.
Ty Unruh got called for a push-off maybe. Trying to get open on the wing.
Ty picks up his first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Another turnover for the Swathers.
Offensive fouls go as turnovers. You're absolutely correct.
They're just piling up right now.
Timeout taken here by Garden Plain as the Swathers defenders almost forced the 5-second call.
It's probably, I bet you that's the main reason he called that timeout.
I'm absolutely sure he did. I'm sure Coach Powell called that timeout. 27-23 Swathers by 4 in what's turning into a dogfight in the shed. A battle for barn supremacy.
See if the heavy machinery or the Owls will take over the shed.
I like it. I like it. .225 remaining in our 3rd quarter. Scoring has definitely picked up in this quarter.
16-10 halftime.
Yep.
There's like 10 points scored in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, total.
Now we're up to 21 this quarter.
Total.
24, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at the girls' game. Kendall Brugan had 16 of her 18 in the 1st quarter. She was on fire. 30 dumped in 31 tonight. I think that ties her career high.
Kendall Bergen had as many points in the entire game as the 2 teams combined did in the first half.
Yeah, she absolutely did. She outscored both teams total. The baseball pass is picked off by Reed Friesen, and Reed Friesen comes away with a defensive steal. Swathers read it perfectly.
Reed Friesen saw it, got off his man, and just made the play with his long wingspan.
Ty here on the near side, looking to drive. Nobody there. Still trying to drive, and pass deflecting out of bounds.
Campling's doing a great job on Reed Friesen, not letting him touch the basketball.
Yeah, they're sliding a defender behind. They're worried about Reed. He has 16 points.
But if you think about it, Reed's been the Swathers' really only offense. Everything's run through him.
You know,
this game.
the first night, I wasn't there on Tuesday night, but that first night, Reed kind of had some struggles, but this is a good thing for the Swathers. You're not entirely sure who's going to light you up every night.
Tuesday, it was Adrian. Tonight, it's Reed.
Down low, there's Reed again. Rock Q. Reed scores 18 now for Reed. And the Swathers stretch the lead back to 6, 29-23.
Got a great seal on the out of bounds. Good. Just a good pick and roll right there.
Swather defense starting to extend. They go back door. Owls go back door, toss it away. Asher comes up with a steal. And Daniel will bring the ball up the floor. The other weapon the Swathers have is you've got a bunch of guys who can bring the ball up the floor.
Everyone can bring it up. Coach Ross says in practice, if you get the rebound, just go. You don't have to get it to the point guard or anything.
Yeah, no, you've got a combo guard who can do that. That's wonderful.
And both of your post players are really good with the basketball as well. So,
foul charge of Dugan. Dugan picks up his 3rd personal foul. Ty Shearer back in the lineup for the Owls. Adrian Hernandez, Blake Hansen return for the Swathers. Minute and a half to go here from the shed. Asher tossing it from the baseline, keys it to Adrian high post. Asher far side wing, back to Adrian. Adrian thought about the 3 ball, changed his mind. Back to Danny Asher, eyes the triple. Adrian goes to work, spins through, up and under, off the glass, a little strong rebound, hauled in by the Owls, Cooper Shear. Shear the other way. There's a foul, or a blocking foul whistled on Adrian. Adrian picks up his, I think that's his 2nd personal foul.
Second personal on Adrian Hernandez. 32 team for Hesston on Adrian Hernandez.
Castleman checking in the lineup. Reed Friesen also returning to the Swather lineup. And Eli Eck also returning. Check, I guess not.
Walked to the scorer's table, walked on the floor, and then sat back down on the bench.
McGregor eyes the three, lets it fly, doesn't drop. Rebound Castleman, he can't find the range. Rebound Reed Friesen. Reed the other way. On top. They work it over to Adrian short corner. Goes back door to Daniel. Deflects out of bounds. It will stay with the Swathers.
It's a great cut by Daniel and Burris. If he could have got that pass through, it was a wide open layup.
52.1 seconds to go. Sorry, hard to see that score with that standard there, so we got the clock there. Looking around you, Eli. There's a steal by the Owls. And that shot was completely altered by Reed Friesen. Ty Shear saw it coming, knew Reed was in his back pocket, tried to throw it high, just goes over, and the Swathers have the defensive rebound. Clock winding down as Adrian back on top. Blake plays it over far side.
I would assume here's a one-shot call from Mr. Roth.
Now it's stripped away. Daniel saves it with 21 seconds to go.
Here we go.
Swathers leading by 6. Adrian at the elbow with 4. Reed the deep 3. His 3 good. Reed Friesen buries the 3. And Reed Friesen has 21 points. And the Swathers have stretched the lead to 9, 32-23. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right here on the Swather Sports Network. Fourth and final quarter of play here. Swathers leading 32-23 after the 3 by Reed Friesen. He has 21 for the game. That's got to be a career high.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's no way he had 21 last year.
Yeah, 21 for a career high for Reed. Tried to add to it.
He almost has as many points as Garden playing. He has 2/3 of the Swathers points.
He absolutely does. Garden Plain comes out of the timeout. They'll play the basketball. Straight away, Ty Shear. Shear plays it on top. Campbell lets fly the 3. It's up. It's good. That's the first 3 of the contest by the Owls of Garden Plain.
Again, it's another big man who can stretch the floor and
Campbell
shoot
with
it from
13
anywhere.
points. Jackson Fry plays it back. Adrian Hernandez to answer back for 3, and does. Splashing down the 3. Adrian has 9.
It's just the big man 3-point line, I guess, tonight.
I guess so. Seth Dugan working straight away. Trying to get the ball to Castleman. It does. Castleman lowers his shoulder and bowls over Adrian.
Another obvious offensive foul.
Castleman picks up his 3rd personal foul.
Sometimes offensive fouls can be hard to call, but this game, it's been obvious like the entire time. Every time someone's fallen on the ground, it was like they were ready to take the charge and everything.
Little condensation on the court for perspiration. So a quick towel elimination. And we're back to action. Adrian thought about a three. He'll drive, steps through, floats it from 12, will not drop. Rebound, Daniel Lumbreras.
Kind of got pushed there, did he not?
Jackson Fry driving, kicks it back. Adrian another three. Adrian's three off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Camplin. Camplin has a little bit of a cut on his face with a bandage on there. There's
I was wondering what that was.
mugging in the back by the Swathers. Foul whistle on Adrian. Adrian picks up his third personal foul. Dugan to bring it in from the baseline. Ty Under back in the lineup. They play it on top, Camplin. Camplin trying to go to work. Stepping through, lots of defenders everywhere. Dugan, his jumper from the mid-range, rebound, pulled down. They're going to call a foul on Garden Plain. There's a couple Owls on the floor.
Bodies are just everywhere. On every offensive rebound, someone's on the ground.
Ty Shear picks up his first personal foul.
It's been a very physical game.
Very much so. A lot of physicality. That ball taken away by Dugan.
Another lazy pass by the Swathers.
Dugan working on the far side, swings over to Eck. Gives it up. They play it short corner. Camplin goes back door. McGregor floats a little jumper up. Rebound pulled down by the Swathers. Jackson Fry, Lumbreras. Back to Jackson, feeding Reed at the low block. Double G coming. Reed goes to work against Camplin, spins his way up, gets it back. Very physical down low. Reed will dial the three. His three missing. Rebound with Daniel Lumbreras. Swathers cleared away. We've got 5:28 to go in the contest. Swathers by 9.
Before Reed's three, the Swathers swung it 5 times around the perimeter to get it there. Just great ball movement by the
There's a
Swathers.
push on Garden Plain. The foul charge to Shear. Shear picks up his second personal foul.
By this time in the game, people fall on the ground and they're all sweaty. You gotta have the towel out, or else people are gonna be slipping everywhere.
A lot of perspiration on the floor. Carter Gonzalez back in the lineup. Cooper Shear back in the game for Garden Plain. Hanson playing it. Ty Unruh. And there's a reach in on Shear. Excuse me, on Dugan. Dugan picks up his fourth personal foul. 14 foul on Garden Plain. Next one, Swathers will shoot free throws.
There hasn't been many fouls tonight, though, either, has there?
Doesn't feel like that. We haven't seen a whole lot of free throws. Garden Plain's only attempted one.
We haven't seen a whole lot of free throws, but there has been a decent amount of fouls.
Ty Under dials up from deep, can't connect. Rebound saved by the Owls on Garden Plain. Eck loses it. No, hooked away by Blake Hanson.
Student section's not happy with that goal. Neither is Mr. Roth, but
Eli Eck catching. Eck trying to drive, cut off by a couple Swather defenders. Camplin tries a high arching three, will not drop. Rebound pulled down. Adrian Hernandez the other way, and then he's bumped by Dugan. If that's on Dugan, that's 5.
That's the ball game for Dugan.
Dugan fouling out, had 5 points.
It was kind of risky for him to play him with still 5 minutes to go, though. If you were a coach, would you have sat Dugan when he picked up his fourth personal?
I think I would have. I think I would have sat him for a little bit, just calm himself down. I think that's a great question.
Adrian Hernandez will be shooting 2 shots.
Adrian at the free throw line to attempt 2 free throws.
I mean, I get why you kept him in. It's a close game. Or it's
Absolutely,
a close
yeah.
game. You got to have your best guys on the floor.
But a quick breather, settle yourself down, come back in. As Adrian's free throw up and good. 10 now for Adrian. Reed Friesen checking back in the lineup. Adrian's free throw good. Daniel Labresh checks back in. Swathers lead by 11, 37-26. Biggest lead of the contest.
Yeah, as you've seen here in the fourth quarter, the Swathers start to stretch the lead a little bit. That big 3 at the end of the third quarter by Reed Friesen.
Huge momentum shift. Campling in trouble. Backs it back out to Shear. McGregor on the far side. McGregor back to Eck. He'll fire a 3. His 3 short. Rebound. Jackson Fry. Jackson Fry leading the break the other way. Stops, pops, and misses the rebound. Pulled in by Campling. McGregor back the other way. He'll try a 3. His 3 in and out. Rebound. Foul on the rebound. Castleman picks up his 4th personal foul. And Daniel Umbreras will shoot 2.
Yeah, the Owls in trouble. Swathers are in the double bonus. And there's 4.5 minutes still to go in this ball game.
Daniel Burris will be shooting 2 shots.
Castleman's got to be careful. He picks up that 5th personal foul. That means 2 starters are on the bench fouled out for the Owls.
They're going to bring Shear in, Ty Shear in for Castleman, I think. And Daniel at the free throw line, his first attempt tonight. Nothing but net. Smooth stroke there.
Yep, good call.
Second chance upcoming for the sophomore. That free throw spins out. Rebound. Pulled in by Ty Shear. Cooper Shear pushed into point guard duties now. Dugan out with 5 after fouling out. Near side, Shear with it. Skips across McGregor. McGregor catching, elevating from the baseline. Jumper will not drop. Rebound, Reed Friesen. Has to be about double-double territory for him, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Fry.
McGregor's one of the Garden Plains' better shooters. He struggled tonight. Really hasn't found a rhythm.
Adrian
anyway.
thought about a 3. He will dial up his 3. Good. Adrian knocks down the 3 on the far side.
He thought about that one for a while.
He did. He absolutely did.
He stood there for about 3 seconds. No one guarded him, so he decided to shoot it.
Point.
He's caught fire recently.
Jackson Fry. Almost with a steal. Swather defenders came to life. Daniel Burris picks up his 2nd personal.
As I said already this year, the Swathers start to pull away in the second half. I think it's just because the Swathers are just more in shape. They just play harder.
They play hard. Campbell going to work against Reed Friesen, lost it out of bounds, but his last touch by, I think Adrian got a finger on it.
When the other team gets tired, the Swathers just take advantage.
Castleman checking back in. Castleman with 6 points. Gabe Campbell leads all the Garden Plains scorers with 13. 14 for Adrian, 21 for Reed. McGregor on the far side. McGregor kicks back out, near steal by Reed.
That would have been a dunk.
That would Dunk City all the way. That was swatted out of there by Reed Friesen.
And it bounced on the baseline, and Castleman had it, so ball goes to the Swathers.
There's a technical foul on the Garden Plain coach, Mark Powell. And Adrian will shoot 2 free throws.
The referee probably heard a little bit too much and decided to discipline him there.
The free throw for Adrian is good. 15 for Adrian. Second free throw, good. Adrian knocks down his second free throw, 16 for Adrian. And the Swathers have stretched the lead to 17 points.
The Swathers led by the 2 post players, Reed and Adrian. Reed with 22.
21.
21. Adrian with
16.
16. 37 of the Swathers, 43.
It's a lot.
Jeez.
Timeout Swathers, as the Swathers just avoid the 3-second call, or the 5-second call. .305 to go. Swathers have pulled away. They're up by 17. It was 32-23 at the end of the third quarter. After Reed dumped in that 3, Swathers have been defensively all over.
I'm just waiting for the time this place gets to explode with a Reed freezing dunk.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those yet this year.
He caught an alley-oop over at Nickerson.
Did he throw it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
He threw it down, but sadly I wasn't watching, so I'm gonna have to go
so
back
we haven't seen one at home yet. So yeah.
That'll be fun to see. This place, the roof will fly off the shed if he throws one down. Especially on an alley-oop. That's super cool. In high school.
It is. It's incredibly cool in high school. Swathers, under 3 to go. Jackson Fry plays out Reed Friesen. He'll fire a 3, reach 3. Will not drop. Rebound pulled down by Castleman. Ahead, Campling. Campling goes to work. Kicks out McGregor. The floater will not drop. Rebound loose on the floor. Adrian Hernandez has it. There's a foul whistled on Campling.
Adrian's going back to the free throw line.
Garden Plain has only attempted 1 free throw tonight.
How many of the Swathers attempted?
Adrian Martinez. Adrian Hernandez.
10. This will be 11 and 12.
So a little bit better when you said it last. Went from 4 to 12 in this fourth quarter.
Campling has picked up his second personal foul. Adrian's free throw. Good. 17 now for Adrian.
But that's normally what you see. Teams don't shoot many free throws in the first 3 or so quarters, and then the fourth quarter picks up and gets a little bit more tense and more fouls are created.
Yeah, very physical game too. I'm surprised there haven't been more free throws. Adrian's free throw crawls up, over and through.
There's been a good amount of fouls, just not while the person's shooting.
Right.
Really, Swathers' only free throws have came in this fourth quarter because they've been in the bonus for so long.
Far side. Eli Eck plays it back out. 2.5 to go. The jumper will not drop. Rebound fought for. Carter has it. Loose on the floor. Bodies again. There's Daniel Umbreras, and there's a foul, and that was a collision. Oh, that hurt me. There were a lot of people on the ground.
Did we get a foul?
We did. I think that's on Castleman.
32, yep, that's his 5th personal.
Castleman fouling out. He finishes the game with 6 points.
Number 1, Daniel Rivers, shooting 2 shots.
So Daniel at the free throw line.
So if you think about it, this game was a 3-point game with about 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
It was.
It's almost 20 points now.
Free throw for Daniel, short. McGregor checking back in the lineup. Campling checks a seat. Second free throw. Nebraska makes it on 1 and 2. 46-26. Dan with 2 points, both from the free throw stripe tonight. .2:15 to go. Shear plays it on top. That is McGregor. Down low to McGregor. Taken away by the Swathers.
Adrian wasn't expecting the basketball and it just kind of landed in his lap. He's like, okay, I'll take this.
Jackson Fry playing and working with 1:45 to go. Swathers content to let that clock run down and play for the good shot. Up by 20. Like you said, they've stretched the lead and come alive, especially in this fourth quarter. Jackson Fry catching straight away. 1.5 to go. Just under 1.5. Swathers very content. Play tomorrow night, Rose Hill, right here in the Shed. Girls game at 6. Boys game to follow about 7:30. There's a foul on Cooper Shear. He'll pick up his third. And Jackson Fry will head to the stripe for his first attempt at free throws tonight. Free throw coming up for Jackson. A little hard off the heel.
Here comes the end of the bench for the Swathers. 3 games, 3 times they've gotten the game. That's a good job by Coach Roth, letting him play.
Absolutely. We've got Jarek Humphreys checking in. Who else we got in there, Eli?
Brody Martin,
Martin.
Gavin Larson, and Caleb on the roots.
Okay. Free throw for Jackson, up and good. Jackson finishes the game with 3 points.
Eli Haug's also in there now.
So Reed Friesen and Adrian Hernandez combined for 39 of the 47 points. Tonight, minute and change to go. Gampling goes to work. Foul on Brody Martin.
He got caught in the air there when he pump faked. Great move by Gampling. He called out on Jarek Humphreys.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they got the numbers switched around.
Ball tipped around and out of bounds. Going back to the Swathers. Connor Graber into the game. Swathers winding this clock down. They're going to move to 4-0 on the season. Or 3-0 on the season, excuse me.
Chance for some varsity points. You always love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love to see guys get in there and then get a chance to shoot some free throws.
Larson at the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throw, crawls off. Second chance upcoming. Brody checking back in the lineup. Second free throw on the way.
There it is.
Falls in. Gavin makes good on 1-2. Clock winding down. Full timeout taken here by Garden Plain. With 51 ticks to go, coaching timeout here taken. So the Swathers back in action tomorrow night right here on the Swather Sports Network. Tip-off of the girls' game, 6 o'clock. Tip-off of the guys' game to follow us roughly 7:30. Rose Hill, the Rockets will be in town in the Shed. And Garden Plain will journey across town to Hesston College to play Nickerson over at Yost Center. So 51 seconds to go, Swathers by 22. You're absolutely right, Eli, with 30 seconds to go in that third quarter. This is a three-point ball game. It's been all Swathers ever since.
Yeah, Swathers scored 5 late in the third quarter, getting the momentum into the fourth quarter, and it just stuck.
It did.
The Swathers only had 16 points at halftime. They've doubled that score in the second half.
They absolutely have. Is the ball thrown away by the Owls?
16 in the first, 32 in the second. So, looked like it was going to be a defensive battle in the first half.
Swather offense came to life. Reed Friesen carrying the load, 21 points, but then Adrian Hernandez came off and decided to get in the action too. He had 18. Cambling's doing the damage for Garden Plain. He has 13 tonight and has hit the only 3 of the contest. Garden Plain's also only attempted one free throw tonight.
That's not a stat you want to look at as a coach.
That one deflects out of bounds off of the Owls.
It's also not a stat you'll be proud of as a coach. 1 free throw. That's the easiest shot in basketball. Second easiest shot in basketball. You got to figure out a way to get to the free throw stripe. As Coach Roth would say, they're free.
They're free. That's why they're free throws. So they playing over Brody on the far side. Jarek with 17 seconds to go. Swathers just content to let this clock roll down. There's a foul whistled.
Second personal.
Eli Eck picks up the foul. Eli Howe got the free throw line to shoot the 2. His free throw will not drop. Second chance coming up. That free throw does not drop. Rebound stick back will not go for Connor Graber. And coming away with it with 8 seconds to go are the Owls of Garden Plain. Campling working, stepping through, scoop
Owls
shot.
travel.
They're going to call a travel of 2.2.
Took about 4 steps right there.
Took a few too many. Swathers are going to move to 2-0 tonight with a victory. That's going to do it here from the shed as the Swathers pull away. 21 points for Reed Friesen, 18 for Adrian Hernandez to lead the way. The Swathers started going inside late, come away with a victory. Eli, that's going to do it for us. We'll be right back here tomorrow night, right here on the Swather Sports Network. For Eli Roth, I'm Rusty Witcher saying thank you and good night. See you tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.